Hi, everyone. My name is Rebecca Taylor Shaw. Today is April 1st, 2020. President Trump requested that our country do another 30 days of self-distancing, and many towns, including mine here in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, are mandating stay-at-home orders. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a mindset coach and a clinical hypnotherapist. And it's kind of an odd thing for me to think about, but I do from time to time. But my life's work is done indoors, behind the shades, in the dark. And so now that everyone is shut in for the next 30 days, it really got me thinking about how much this brings up people's anxieties and fears, even more so when we have to stay indoors and somewhat disconnected. One thing I do know for sure is after helping people for over 20 years to make mindset and behavior changes, the truth is that sometimes to heal and to go forward in a better way, we have to go inside. We have to go into the dark. We have to go into the quiet. We have to be with ourselves. And we do that to heal, and we do that to birth, create better versions of ourselves. Some of you may know, if you've worked with me professionally, or if you are a close friend, that I am just as much of a left-brained person in my approach in work and in life. I'm very left-brained and can do all the problem solving, but just as much and equally, I'm right-brained and intuitive, I would call myself. I really actually refer to myself as whole-brained. I call it being whole-brained. And at this time, as we're going through this COVID-19 pandemic, I've had several friends reach out to me and ask me what intuitive guidance I was receiving about all of this. I think people are reaching, some of us are reaching for a higher meaning to all of this. Why? Why is this all happening? And I wanted to respond to that. I wanted to share some insights today that I've been personally getting. And the first one that I felt was really important to share with you all is about your children. The second one is for each of you individually, and then the third is about our collective state of mind, our country, our world. And so the first insight is that if you are a parent, I want you to look at this time as an opportunity to teach your children how to move through adversity. When I went through divorce a few years ago, I really set in my mind a decision that I wanted to move through that experience in the highest and best way possible as an example to my children. So right now, during this COVID-19 pandemic, you are teaching your children how to face and address challenges. And this is a massive challenge on so many levels, as you all know. And the truth is, whether you say it or not, Whether you say anything to your children or not, you are teaching them how to handle stress, stressful situations, how to move through adversity. And this is because your children see how you respond. They're watching how you cope. And even if they don't process it now, as many of you know as adults who've been through adverse childhood experiences, you remember looking back when you have more knowledge and more wisdom. You remember how your parents handled stressful situations. So I just encourage you all to really think about how are you handling, how are you coping with these fears and insecurities? And the better question is, how do you want to teach your children to move through adversity? I encourage you in that regard to consider your own coping skills, perhaps look at enhancing them and thinking about being the role model for your children and role modeling how to handle stress during extremely stressful times. And the second point I want to make is that while you have a lot more free time on your hands, use this time to look at your own narratives, your own stories. Embedded in your narratives, in your stories, the things that you're saying to yourself and about this pandemic are your belief systems, your beliefs, your mindset, and where you can, as much as you can, I encourage you to look for the opportunities in this situation, not what is lost. When you can, do anything and everything to uplevel your mindset, and again, your general coping skills. And every time you catch yourself worrying, most of this is out of our control. So when you catch yourself worrying about something you can't control in the moment, stop. Redirect your mind to envision possibilities for the highest and best outcome in every situation. Make this your superpower. Make finding the good your superpower. And finally, one of the aspects that this whole COVID-19 pandemic that seems to be the most stressful to the people I've spoken to is the uncertainty of our futures. And that's related both to health and finances. I know many of you are angry, speaking out against the government. And I know from 20 years in the field of mindset mastery that our old beliefs have to be disassembled before new ones can take their place. Our old beliefs have to be disassembled before new ones can take their place. So I encourage you, invite you to reframe the uncertainty of this time. And what I mean by that is to change and relabel uncertainty not as a bad thing, because it doesn't have to be a bad thing. Let's look at this uncertainty as an opportunity for old ways of being and thinking and living to break down, so something new can be birthed from that collapse. And if we gather enough people discussing how to go forward in a better way, we build a critical mass. And with that critical mass, If enough of us come together, we can change our destiny. We can change humanity. We can co-create a world into something new, something better. And I really believe that. And to do my part, I'm putting together for the next 30 days to help with the very strange time we find ourselves in. Every day of this month of April, I'm going to be sharing downloads with self-hypnosis, meditations, coaching sessions, whatever I can do to help you all to keep your eyes on opportunities, to help you, to give you tools to do the inner work now on your mindset, on your beliefs about money and health and relationships now while you have more time to do this. So in order for me to best serve each of you, please reach out to me, direct message me, and let me know what you would like help with in the realm of mindset mastery, and I will do my best to help each and every one of you to the best of my ability during this time that we are coming together to co-create something new. And my love to each of you.